Liberals are absolutely fuming at Charlie Kirk being on South Park, but first, let's watch Charlie Kirk's reaction.
South Park episode just dropped, and honestly, it is hilarious. I mean, part of it is kind of like whatever, typical humor, but it was hilarious. Just watch this little snippet of our Prove Me Wrongs, our viral cultural domination on prime time on Comedy Central. So important, so impactful that South Park is highlighting. Watch it.
Let's go.
I'm sick of people stealing my stick. If anyone around here is going to be a master debater, it's me. So let's go. Who wants to debate the master debater? Let's go. You right there.
That's the stupidest haircut I've ever seen.
You are wrong. Leviticus 3:17 says it shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings. So you can shut up, baby. You just hate America and you love abortions.
Not only that, but Jeremiah 1:5, I made you in the womb. South Park gets this right. In fact, I think they've been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk videos. Watch.
Oh my God, what makes you think you have the right to say what I do with my body?
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
It's not about belief, it's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception. So yes, Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. But it's just morality that demands we protect the most vulnerable.
And we got our own award show as part of South Park. I was told going in, Charlie, if they say your name, that's a big win. Well, apparently there's the Charlie Kirk Awards.
Hello,
That was absolutely hilarious.
and welcome to the 3rd annual Charlie Kirk Award for Young Master Debaters.
More and more young people today are learning to fight for America through masturbation. We're here to honor the recent efforts of a brave young man who has been furiously masturbating for the past several days.
Now, there's going to be a lot said about this, but we need to have a good spirit about being made fun of. This is all a success. This is all a win. We as conservatives, we have thick skin, not thin skin. And you can make fun of us. It doesn't matter. And until next time, I hope all of you also become master debaters.
Master debating. I love Charlie Kirk's reaction right there. It means he can laugh at everything. He can laugh at himself, and it is great.
Well, you're hot now because South Park's mocking you. Watch South Park mock Charlie. Go ahead.
Oh my God, what makes you think you have the right to say what I do with my body?
Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs. And
It's not about belief, it's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception.
Were you honored?
Not only was I honored, they got the little sip of the water correctly. They got the hairdo. It was, the little details are perfect. And look, you know, South Park, they could be very nasty towards a lot of people. That just goes to show the impact, the cultural power of what we've been able to do at Turning Point USA, the billions of views, how we're able to get so many young people on board for conservative values. And this movement that President Trump has built on campuses across the country that we've been able to support is just remarkable. And so it is a great honor. And even more remarkably, that is a word-for-word quote on South Park.
They're watching.
Charlie Kirk is just amazing. He's just doing God's work to spread conservative values among young people. I believe he's gonna do great in the next few years. Let's watch together how the left is melting down.
Okay, the problem with this, I like it, but the issue is Republicans are too stupid to understand that, like, he's the villain here, and what he's saying is an idiotic line of argumentation because it's a bar for bar thing that they're repeating from Charlie Kirk. Like, these are all things that Charlie Kirk has said, so there is no way.
We are not too stupid to understand that they are making fun of Charlie Kirk. They are making a ridiculous, basically parody of Charlie Kirk right there. But the difference is we can laugh at ourselves. We can appreciate great comedy and great humor.
That was next level notice, man. I got to tell you, the little sip and the mic going down, the Bible to the side, chef's kiss.
You can't even write this level of humiliating comedy. All day, Charles has been bragging about his feature on South Park season 27, episode 2 that aired last night, and he has missed the point entirely. He says they nailed him, they got him perfectly, they executed everything about him perfectly. The whole episode is making fun of how stupid he is, and he missed the point entirely. Need to gossip about it because it is hilarious. But as always, make sure you like, comment, repost, and follow along for more updates. But in case you missed it, obviously go watch my video from this morning summarizing it. But last night, South Park launched season 27, episode 2. And half of it is just making fun of Charles and all of the podcast debater bros and the literal terrible arguments they make. The episode is literally called Got That Nut, and it's about how they're all just selling out for money.
That was a great name, obviously. South Park is absolutely hilarious. I'm not a big fan myself, but you can see it was super funny.
That's the joke, right? They turn Cartman into Charlie Kirk and they call themselves master debaters, and they're all addicted to going online and master debating with other men all day just to show how ridiculous they all look and sound constantly. And all the arguments they have him make are intentionally terrible. As we know, Cartman is frequently picked to be the villain. You're always supposed to hate him. He's always supposed to be the awful character that no one is supposed to like. And Charles has gone around.
I think this is the worst take I've seen on this subject. I think she missed the point completely right there.
All day bragging about how they nailed him and his arguments down to a T. That's the best part. You can sit here and cry that like he can just take a joke, but the joke has gone a mile above his head. The arguments they picked for South Park are intentionally garbage, and he's sitting here like, that's exactly what we sound like. Yeah, they nailed it. Good job. They did nail it, Charles. They did. And in the same beautiful note, Donnie and his team thought they were praising them as well. They thought this was in support of ICE. They literally responded saying, no, oh my gosh, they're all missing it. And it's so much funnier than the actual episode somehow.
What? The episode was the funniest thing, obviously. It was great comedy, and obviously we can all laugh at ourselves and are a good joke. Obviously, I love what Charlie Kirk did. He appreciates, even if they are mocking him, it appreciates good comedy.
I'm the South Park HR guy, and we would like to extend our deepest apologies to Charlie Kirk for last night's episode. We're sorry. We're very sorry. The jokes made by Trump Park, formerly South Park, was a tragedy that should have never happened. We're so sorry. We're sorry. Did I tell you we're so sorry?
Yeah, a lot of toxicity on that train.
We're very sorry for Charlie Kirk and his beautiful, non-creepy smile. Here at Trump.
Wow, this is what bad comedy looks like. Repeating the same joke over and over and over, waiting for someone to laugh. Wow.
The South Park is going to be doing an episode about me tonight, slaves. I mean family that I'm totally not keeping at this house against their will. They're having Cartman portray me. He's the best character. He has the best points. No, I don't think it's a red flag when Eric Cartman is portraying me. I think it's an honor. No, children,
Of course it is an honor.
can't stay up and watch the episode with me. You have to go to bed so you can serve your father tomorrow. I can't wait to see the episode. It's gonna be so funny.
Oh my god, I can't watch any more of this. This is absolutely cringe.
South Park just called out Charlie Kirk for stealing Cartman's persona. In one of the most brutal South Park episodes ever, Charlie Kirk gets roasted for his bad haircut, his rage bait title, selective editing styles, preying upon college students, this whole master debating scheme. They even added the subtle details showing Cartman putting the microphone down every time he finished a point. I saw an interview with Kirk once where he said that he does that to force him to listen to the other person, but it comes across as a little weird sometimes.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's pretty obvious they're going after Charlie Kirk here. They even have an award show named after him. But the South Park creators don't stop there. They lay into the MAGAverse by comparing Trump's Mar-a-Lago to the old show Fantasy Island, and thereby Epstein's Notorious Island. J.D. Vance even caught some strays by showing all the couches ripped up. And the most brutal scenes were probably of Kristi Noem, Secretary of Homeland Security, who, let's just say, is not known as being the best pet owner. Then you have Mr. Mackey, who's fired because of the funding cuts to public education. He joins ICE and they end up going to heaven to find and deport immigrants. South Park really went hard on this episode, but I want you to adjudicate this one. Do you think South Park was spot on or dead wrong about online debates being overly gratuitous, let's say?
I think they are taking, obviously, they are taking the joke pretty well. I think Charlie Kirk is taking his parody, his satire on South Park pretty well. I think South Park did a great job. Obviously, we can all appreciate great comedy and laugh at a good joke.
Would you like me to apply the baby oil to Satan's boss?
So South Park is awesome. And one of my favorite things about South Park this season is in going after the Trump administration. They are forcing them to act like they like getting made fun of by South Park. I guarantee you, this is the worst possible outcome for so many of these people.
As the face of Homeland Security, I'll be leading the way.
We shot him at least 4 times with a .357 Magnum.
They've really been giving it to the Trump administration, and it's great stuff. It's great stuff. And again, one of my favorite parts about this is they have to act like they like it.
What is it fantasy?
We don't have to act like we like it. It is pure comedy gold. I think it was super funny. And obviously the comedians at Comedy Central are hilarious. They are pretty good comedians. And South Park is pretty funny most of the time.
So you're seeing JD Vance out here being like, man, I'm so honored to be on South Park, where they said that
it is an honor, obviously.
Apply lotion to Satan's asshole. There is no way in my mind that JD Vance's 12-year-old self wasn't crying inside when they said that about him. But you know what? I would be honored being on South Park too. Not they said that about me. I would be soul crushed.
See, he would be honored to be on it. He's just jealous at this point.
I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but watching South Park the last 2 weeks has been something of a relieving experience, reminding myself that other people are seeing and hearing what I'm seeing, and that I'm not going crazy, and that I don't feel as isolated as this insanity kind of continues to just unfold in ways that I think are unprecedented.
Well, we all know that the left insanity is never gonna stop.
I think are just so deeply cruel and vindictive and just flat out stupid. So it's really fun for me to watch South Park and be like, oh yeah, other people are seeing the absurdity and stupidity of this situation. It's not just me. I'm not on my own island. And that's what I've enjoyed about the last 2 episodes of South Park. And
obviously, it was a business move for South Park. We all know how popular Trump, JD Vance, and Charlie Kirk are. The Trump administration is ultra popular. It is probably making the news all over the place every single day, and for good reasons. And South Park is taking a shot at them because they like a good challenge. They like being triggering people. They like being provocative and sparkling controversy. It is all a business move. And for Charlie Kirk, every publicity is good publicity. Even if they are mocking him, even if they are making fun of him, it will make Charlie Kirk even more popular in the end. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Click right there to watch the next one. Bye bye.